Yesterday, we kicked off week 1 of the first season of Team Combat League as New York and Atlanta both victorious. One innovative concept with plenty of excitement.
I had so much fun watching it. They fought their hearts out. It's something new, and something new that will intrigue other people that don't normally watch combat sports. And a lot of people can gravitate to boxing just by watching this. So it's really interesting. I want to see how it unfolds even more.
If you are just joining us and are new to Team Combat League, here's how it plays out. 8 teams representing different cities all over the United States. They will compete over the next several weeks. Midway through the summer in June, the top 4 teams will advance to the playoffs. They will collide in 2 semifinal matchups. Then we will determine a champion in the month of July. Also to take note of when it comes to Team Combat League, there are 6 weight classes. We have the women's featherweight division, the men's lightweight division, welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, and ultimately end in the heavyweight division. Every fighter will compete just 1 round until we get to intermission. Then we'll have a pause and resume the second half, and they will fight yet again. So, Amir, the action is fast, it's furious, and my goodness, do the guys go for it, and the girls.
They go for it like they're fighting for a championship fight, fighting for a belt. And you want to see something like that. You know, these are young guys, young tigers on the rise, and I want to see what they got.
Well, speaking of, we're going to see what they got. Las Vegas will be front and center in a few moments. Our very own Cynthia Conti standing by with the head coach of Las Vegas, Dewey Cooper.
Thanks, Ray. Well, the gentleman right here, Dewey Cooper, you are no stranger to boxing, but this is a little bit different because not only are you the Las Vegas coach, you're also the president of Team Combat League. Before anything else, how did this come about? It's a fun, innovative sport or concept.
Well, we just came together. We were trying to figure out a way to improve the already great sport of boxing that we love so much. And everyone always talks about the championship rounds. And we came up with an idea or a concept to create that championship round each and every round of a team competition. And that's what Team Combat League is. We're extremely excited about it, and I hope you all enjoy the excitement.
When you say we, who is we along with you, and who are the people involved in this to create this?
Ahmed Sheikh, he's the co-founder. We have Mark. We have several other people involved. We're just happy to be here. I'm so excited. I can't even think. Last night was fantastic, and we're expecting an explosive night with the Las Vegas Hustle versus the San Antonio Snipers. Let's go.
All right, now take the president cap off. You are going to be coaching tonight. You know, when we see it, when we first saw it yesterday, it was very fast-paced. It was exciting. The energy, the fighters were there, the coaches. But you're training, I don't know, say 15 guys all at one time when you trained 1 fighter for 1 fight. How was that? How different was that for you?
Well, it was 18 guys. We have 6 different weight classes, 3 people in each weight class, or shall I say 3 excellent boxers in each weight class.
Yeah, because there's women in this.
Yes. It's very challenging. It's a team sport. It's just like the NFL or the NBA. You have to really structure your camps differently than what we normally do in boxing. But this is a very exciting process. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be a coach of the Vegas Hustle. But as the president, I just wanted to really dive into the creation of this and see what the coaches go through, see what the fighters go through, and really understand what we're doing. We're creating something new, something fresh, and something that we know are going to excite a lot of people around the world, and tonight will be a reflection of that.
I know a lot of people have been asking, and I saw it on Twitter, does this affect the box rec for the fighters since they are professional? Does this or
No, it doesn't. Anytime we fight, it affects something. There will be bookkeeping and record keeping. However, if you're familiar with BoxRec, there's like other fighting companies that are also on BoxRec, like the bare knuckle boxing. So TCL, Team Combat League, will be just like that. There will be a separate compartment or separate department for your Team Combat League record. Your regular BoxRec record, your bare knuckle boxing record, and, of course, your Team Combat League record. That's what we're doing here. Remember, guys, we're not here to affect adversely the life of any fighter who's aspiring to be the next Mayweather or the next Pacquiao. We're just trying to give fighters who don't have a chance, who aren't Olympians, who aren't the best amateur that ever fought, to have a chance to be involved in a great team sport, make some money, and really bring more excitement to this great sport of boxing that we love so much. Again, this is a supplement. It's an addition to what the great boxing is already doing. We just want to give you some excitement, and hopefully the world will catch on and love this sport too. You got basketball, football, soccer, baseball, wrestling. Why not boxing teams? And we're doing it first.
I'm all with it. It's fun. The fighters are having fun. The crowd loves it. The people, when you never know, Twitter is Twitter, but they actually really love it. It's so fun and different.
Yes. When you only have one round to work, there's no filling out process. You got to work. And there's accountability because you're on a team. It's not just about you. It's not just about you winning or losing. It's about trying to be there for your team, uplift them, and to get knockouts so your team goes up in a higher magnitude of points. So we're bringing all the elements in, guys. The excitement of the championship rounds in boxing, a team concept to a city near you. Give you guys in your city a chance to root for the best fighters in your city, and we're going to prove who the best fighters around the country. What city has the best fighters around the country, and eventually it'll be what city has the best fighters around the world. Team Combat League, we're very serious about the sport of boxing. We're going to bring excitement, and I'm not sure. I think Las Vegas has the best boxers, but we'll see about that.
I was just going to ask you.
New York looked good last night.
That was some heat. Los Angeles and New York threw down. Okay, but I was just going to ask you, who, as a president, who do you think the last two teams will be standing?
Well, I'm a Las Vegas guy, so I have to, of course, root for the Las Vegas guy. But honestly, whatever two teams deserve it, I'm all for them because we're one league and the best team will win. But for tonight, I'm rolling with the hustle. Hustle hard, Las Vegas. Let's go.
Dewey Cooper, this is going to be another fun night of fights. You guys, Team Combat League. I want to see if Las Vegas is going to be the one that takes the victor. You never know. These teams are really talking their smack, and they're showing it in the ring.
Yeah, last thing, San Antonio Snipers, they're nothing to disregard. I got some nervous juices flowing right now. This is going to be a very exciting event, guys. Please tune in, stream it live. You know, this is going to be very exciting. Team Combat League, YouTube, stream it, see it, support it. We appreciate you all, and we're going to try our best to help improve the current state of the great sport of boxing.
You guys heard it first from Dewey Cooper. Thank you, and good luck to you. All right, back to you.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. And Amir, what I love about Dewey Cooper is that he's obviously well accomplished, but the passion and the energy he has leading his Las Vegas team tonight into battle against San Antonio.
Yeah, he's a very animated person. You know, he's an acclaimed trainer. He's training Francis Ngannou. He's a trainer at the Mayweather boxing gym, so he knows what he's talking about. And if the fighters listen to his advice, I think it would be really beneficial and lead them to be victorious tonight.
One thing that I really love about Team Combat League, Amir, is that every round is significant. So at the end of the 12 rounds tonight, we will tabulate the scorecards because every scorecard matters. Every round matters. Every minute of every round matters. So these fighters are competing, and every moment of the fight is so significant.
Right, yeah, that's what I love about it, you know. They go out, they put their hearts on the line, they throw their hands, and we're going to see who's going to win. I just love the whole concept, and I'm excited, ready to go to see it.
At the end of the 12th round, we will tabulate all the score totals and determine who's going to be victorious out of Las Vegas and San Antonio. Yesterday, as we pointed out, New York and Atlanta took home victories, but also tonight we will not see a matchup with DC or also Philadelphia because there was an issue and both teams will have to wait to compete next week. However, better to be safe than sorry. And obviously we have a matchup with Las Vegas and San Antonio, but hey, at least we know we are going to see DC and Philadelphia next week, Amir.
Yeah, those things happen in boxing, you know, so tonight we got to focus on the fight today, and then next week we'll focus on that. you know?
Right now, we're going to focus in on the second half of our teams. Cynthia Conti is standing by with the head coach of San Antonio.
Coach Hall, tonight is the night. San Antonio Snipers. How are you going to beat the Las Vegas Hustle tonight?
Well, you know, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to work hard. We're going to throw combinations and punches, and everything will take care of itself.
Did you watch the fights yesterday?
Oh, yes, I was here. It was very exciting.
Now it's going to be your time. But, you know, even before training, this is something very new. It's a new, innovative concept to boxing. You're training how many people in your train? Usually when you train, it's one person for a fight. You're training how many, 15, 20 in your camp?
18.
Okay. How was that? Was that different?
Well, it's a little different. It's a team concept, and I work well in a team concept.
How do you get everyone to work together? Because, you know, there's a lot of different personalities.
Well, you know, there's one thing that separates them. They're getting paid. So if you don't follow instructions and do what you're supposed to do, that check will be canceled.
All right, and it's going to be soon. But who's going to be the last two teams standing at the end of this league?
Two teams.
Who's going to be in the finals?
San Antonio, Texas.
You don't want to say, huh?
Nah.
I'm going to ask you again later on, and you're going to be able to tell me who.
Maybe so.
Team Combat League. Last night, we saw New York and also Atlanta victorious to improve their records to 1-0. Tonight, we have a matchup between two exciting teams. It is the Las Vegas Hustle taking on the San Antonio Snipers. First, let's meet the Las Vegas Hustle, coached by Dewey Cooper. First, we want to bring two Mohegans on. Florencia Bellin. Also, at 147, Sanjarbek Rakhnomov. In the middleweight division, Rashvan Hudasainarov. Also in the middleweight division, Daquan Wyatt. In the light heavyweight division, Sam Arnold. And rounding out the Las Vegas Hustle in the heavyweight division, Giovanni Scuderi. Once again, the head coach of the Las Vegas Hustle, Dewey Cooper. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Las Vegas Hustle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the San Antonio Snipers, led by their head coach, Willie Holm. Starting off in the women's featherweight division, we welcome Jasmine Adams. In the men's welterweight division, Richard Howell. In the middleweight division, Benjamin Whitaker. Also in the men's middleweight division, Ekithian Whitner. In the light heavyweight division, Corey Akkad. And in the heavyweight division for the San Antonio Snipers, we have Kenyan Walker. Once again, the San Antonio Snipers are coached by Willie Holm. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the San Antonio Snipers. It is the Las Vegas Hustle against the San Antonio Snipers as week one of Team Combat League continues. Let the action begin.
From the ring, announcing the starting lineup, Samir.
I'm excited for the fights tonight, man. They're really hungry, ready to go, young lions. I'm trying to see them perform.
And that's the thing about Team Combat League. You got to be hungry and you better be a lion in this one-round format, as we're going to see a 6-on-6 each individual round, just like last night. If anybody tuned in last night, you guys are already going to be familiar with the format. Each one round, the fighters get out, and then the next guys get in, get out, and they accumulate points for their respective teams.
And gentlemen, we are starting off here in the women's featherweight division. Florencia Belen representing the Las Vegas Hustle. Jasmine Adams for San Antonio. Should be a very compelling matchup. Johnny Callis, a referee in charge, as both teams trying to elevate their records to 1-0, joining both New York and Atlanta.
They just have to throw as many punches as possible and just grind and do their thing. And whoever comes out victorious, comes out victorious.
And that's the thing, man. I mean, if anything to go by is last night, the action's not going to stop. These fighters are all in shape, and to give it all up in 3 minutes, they're ready to do that. Don't blink.
Yeah, buckle your seatbelts. Jasmine Adams, a 4-fight veteran of Florencia Belen, looking to make a statement for the Las Vegas Hustle. You saw Dewey Cooper galvanizing his troops. We are underway in our opening round with the Las Vegas Hustle and the San Antonio Snipers. Immediately starting off strong is Florencia Belen.
Belen getting out aggressive right away.
Everything off the jab. She throws off the jab, she'll connect more.
Overhand right, now a couple of right hands. They both are swinging. Jasmine Adams, a couple of right hands on the back of the head of Belen, but that was inadvertent.
That's a good point, Amir. You know, Belen has a good jab, and she's using it very effectively on her way in.
Yeah, she keeps on doing that, she'll take the lead still.
Every minute of every round is so important. These fighters will compete twice, barring a knockout. Look at Belen push the issue.
Belen stepping a little bit better into her punches. Adams almost feeling out Belen, but she's not. She's trying, almost like she's trying to set her up for a counter punch, but then she's not firing when Belen closes the gap.
Right. She gets hesitant when she just let her hands go.
Jasmine Adams appears to be more the counter puncher. She's waiting to see if Belen can get hyper aggressive and counter her with the right hand, as she just did.
And there's the right hand. She lays out the left hand trying to set traps, and finally she was able to set a good trap and get that right hand off.
Now it is
good shot.
Adams who's pushing the pace, but look at Belen answer.
She's going to the body and the head. That's what she needs to do.
You would hate to follow an act like this. These women are coming out swinging for the fences. They don't believe in the feeling out process. Just over the midway mark of the first. Again, the fighters only compete one round at a time. Next up will be the welterweights.
Good head movement.
Couple of jabs by Jasmine Adams, but they aren't really landing clean. Belen charging forward.
And Adams has to stay low on the ropes. She's standing too high up on the ropes.
Yeah.
Round is over. If you guys noticed, there was a minute left on the clock on the TV screen. That's because women's fights are 2 minutes, not 3 minutes. That's not a mistake.
Yeah, that's another topic for another day. I think they should be 3 minutes. I mean, look
Why
at the action. They weren't winded whatsoever.
No. I mean, it's going to be hard to see some of these guys winded in general. I mean, you only fight in 3 minutes. It's a big sprint, and the action doesn't stop, as you guys notice at home.
Vegas,
that's what makes it so exciting.
Welterweight division.
See some of that action from that last round. I mean, I felt like Adams standing up too high on the ropes was causing herself problems, and Belen was able to score very well.
Her hands are just all the way low. She does the hands up and move her head.
Now we
you notice Belen on the ropes, she keeps herself low and a smaller target, and from there she was able to be better defensively and more responsible when she was on the ropes and able to convert it into attack.
Now we get ready for the welterweight division. Sanjarbek Rakhimov taking on Richard Howell. Rakhimov, if you guys remember, was one signed to Mayweather Promotions. Fought on undercards when Floyd Money Mayweather was still competing. Sanjarbek Rakhimov, there you see him from Uzbekistan, matching up against the San Antonio Snipers' own Richard Howell. So that first round, guys, you know, very curious to see how the judges have it.
I'm not curious at all. There's no way they didn't score for Vegas.
For Bellin, yes.
Yeah, she took the round, 100%.
We got to be curious as a problem with that round.
Well, I mean, look, I'm curious whenever we see, you know, verdicts being rendered in combat sports.
Unfortunately.
You know, exactly. But right now, round 2, Sanjarbek rocked them off. Richard Howell. San Antonio and Las Vegas. We continue week 1 of Team Combat League. New York and Atlanta victorious. New York with the win over LA. Atlanta with the win over Dallas, underway in this second round.
Feeling each other out, throwing the jab, everything off that. Body punches, slow the man down. We'll see what happens.
Rakhimov likes to attack the body.
I think it's very important to take command of the ring right away in this one-round situation, you know. And so, you know, you look at Rakhimov, he's trying to close the gap, but Howell's doing very smart, trying to keep it on the outside with a busy jab. But he's got to be careful, get himself caught on the ropes. So you can tell Rakhimov is looking to trap him for big shots.
Good left hook to the body. Look at answer back is Richard Howell for San Antonio. Left hook to the body. Howell unloading a couple left hooks to the right side of the ribcage of Rakhimov.
I like the way Howell is transitioning from defense to offense. Very smart. Although
once he throws his punches, he got to keep his hands up so no one gets him with a counter punch.
Rakhimov had to go to southpaw for a couple of moments. Didn't like the body work by Richard Howell. Check left hook by Howell, followed by a right hand down the pipe. It seems to have Rakhimov a little bit off base, off balance. Rakhimov looking close the distance, but answering back is Richard Howell.
Sorry, Rakhimov will say he means business, but in a one-round situation, he's got to get busier. Howell being smarter, you can tell Rakhmanov's looking to put a hurting on him, but he may not have enough time in a round. He's got to get his hands moving. Right now, Howell fighting a very intelligent round.
Just over the midway point of the second round, Amir, it's almost as you said, it is a sprint. It's not a marathon whatsoever.
It's totally different than traditional boxing, so they have to know it's different and fight different than they normally do.
Exactly. I mean, the approach has to be a bit different here because you only have one round. I like how Howell's also being smart. When he gets trapped, he's smothering Rakhimov, and that eliminates the ability for Rakhimov to get what he wants out of getting close, just like right there.
100%.
So right now, Paulie, you have it Las Vegas ahead 1-0. Right now, as we're seeing, Richard Howell might get San Antonio back into this.
Yeah. And you can almost tell in a longer fight, you can see how Rakhimov would probably be more effective in this fight against Howell. But in this kind of fight in particular, under these premises, he's got to get busier. Right now, Howell's winning the round.
Yeah, Howell has a longer, taller, so he has to move his head to get in.
Rakhimov likes to systematically break you down. Howell not allowing that to occur as he crowds him, but Howell wisely spins off and then unloads a combination punctuated by a left hook to the body.
Good body shot.
Those guys center ring. I like these exchanges here.
They are going toe-to-toe on a Thursday night here at Mohegan Sun as the round will draw to a close.
This is what the audience wants to see.
That round concludes. Nice sign of respect between the two. They'll see each other in the second half of the evening. Next up, the middleweights, Rajvan Hudai Sanarov and Benjamin Whitaker will collide as we revisit some of the action from this welterweight affair.
Ray, what weight were these, Rakhimov and Howell?
They were welterweights.
Welterweights, 147.
Good action here. Rakhimov, when he got him against the ropes, Howell against the ropes, he did some decent work, but most of the time Howell was very smart and smothered Rakhimov, and then at center ring got off more shots. You see some key single shots there, Amir, from Rakhimov, but you see the combination return by Howell.
Yeah, it's continuous shots to the body. You know, body pots are so essential. If they don't throw body shots, they're going to keep on coming. You throw body shots.
All right, next up, coming from Las Vegas is in the middleweight division, Ravshan Hudaynasrov versus San Antonio Snipers, Benjamin Whitaker.
So Benjamin Whitaker for San Antonio, 15-10 as a pro, 38 years of age, matching up against Rajvan Hudai Sanarov for the Las Vegas Hustle. Paulie, from your scorecard, it would appear as if you have it 1-1.
I got it 1-1, and this is a nice little matchup there as Hudazanarov, also another guy who means business, but let's see if he can get off a little bit more punches than Rachmanov. I actually sparred with Ben Whitaker many years ago, back when I was actually active. He's a very crafty guy.
Yeah, he is a slick veteran as Benjamin Whitaker. Been around for a while, taking on Rashvan Uday Sanarov for Las Vegas. We are underway. As you heard Paulie Malignaggi mention, he has this matchup dead even through the first two matchups, through the first two meetings. Left hook by Whitaker.
Yeah, nice little check hook as he catches Uday Sanarov reaching in.
He has to let him feel his presence, feel his power, so he won't go in like that. He'll be more hesitant.
So right hand by Uday Sanarov. Whitaker looking to unload and clip him with that left hook. Stiff jab by Whitaker.
Yeah, he's being smart with that jab. Uday Sanarov is going to have to work his way in.
Benjamin Whitaker representing the San Antonio Snipers. Uday Sanarov for Las Vegas.
Good counter right hand there over the top.
Body shots, perfect.
Another right hand there by Whitaker. Whitaker playing it really smart. Again, I said he's crafty, trying to pick off in time Uday Sanarov, who you can tell is looking to get inside at all costs and trying to put in the effort, but he's got to be a little bit more intelligent with his pressure.
A lot of looping shots by Uday Sanarov.
Yeah, Paulie, it seems like his plan is just to counter punch him when he comes in. It makes him get off his mistakes.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more deceptive on the way inside. Maybe feint his way in a little bit. As Whitaker really doing a good job of timing it.
Uday Sanarov wants to throw that lead right hand, but against someone like Whitaker, who's seen every style imaginable, it is going. Look at that. He almost is taking a walk in the park.
I told you he's crafty. Good jab there by Whitaker again.
He's a good defensive fighter.
And that's Uday Sanarov giving you the will, but he's got to show a little bit more skill here. He doesn't have a lot of time left. There's just over a minute left in the round. Whitaker back on the simplicity with the jab.
Beautiful left hook by Whitaker. Whitaker, you're not competing still at 38 years of age in the middleweight division if you don't have the ability to survive and keep yourself out of danger, which is what Whitaker knows how to do, and he's crafty enough to be able to use his offense.
Whitaker just showcased his strength right there.
Yeah, Uday Sanarov is getting frustrated. He's trying the rough stuff. He's trying to maybe get Whitaker a little bit flustered and maybe break concentration, because right now Whitaker has his concentration on and he's being real smart with his shot selection.
And now Uday Sanarov, roughhouse tactics, trying to implement, pushing Whitaker, and Whitaker just sprayed him with a counter right hand. A left hook, followed by a right. Uday Sanarov tries to get Whitaker, but he's out of danger.
And Uday Sanarov, you see right there, he's trying too hard. He's stepping in too hard, smothering himself.
Final moments of the third round, as Benjamin Whitaker likely in control against Rashvan Uday Sanarov, representing Las Vegas.
I think it's safe to say 2-1 San Antonio.
Yeah, very intelligent round by
some regulars.
Well, that's awesome.
Uday Sanarov wants to see him again, and he will in the second half.
He will. So the second half will be no doubt compelling. Right now, though, we'll take a look back of this third round between Benjamin Whitaker of San Antonio and Rashvan Uday Sanarov.
Next up, Las Vegas Hustle. In the middleweight division, Daquan Wyatt versus San Antonio Snipers, Akeithian Whitner.
As we take a look at some of the action here, Amir, between Uday Sanarov and Benjamin Whitaker.
He knew he was behind, so he just smothered him, throwing punches, but Whitaker knew he was ahead, and he won the round.
And that's the thing. He knew he was behind. He got too frustrated and was trying too hard. You got to make sure you don't smother yourself when you're trying to get close. And that's what Uday Sanarov did a lot of times when in the rare times he did get close. He ended up just smothering his own work. And from the outside, Whitaker was very smart, trying to pick him apart with the simple pot shots.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
We stay in the middleweight division. Daquan Wyatt of Las Vegas matching up against Akeithian Whitner. Whitner, who is yet to make his pro debut. I guess this will be the first time that he will compete for a full 3 rounds. As we have Daquan Wyatt of Las Vegas and Akeithian Whitner. Paulie, you have it 2-1 in favor of San Antonio.
Yeah, and Whitner, the southpaw, this should be interesting. So a lot of times lefty or right, nice left hand there by Whitner. As a lot of times it gets real tactical with righties and lefties, but if he only got around to work, it's going to be interesting here.
And Whitner is taller than that of Wyatt by about an inch or two. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. Good shot there.
I tell you, Whitner's like a sniper in there, man. He looks to lull you to sleep, but he gets off some sharp shots, feints. This guy knows how to fight.
So apropos that, he is representing the San Antonio Snipers as he's looking for that big shot and zeroing in on the target of Daquan Wyatt.
You know, usually in a fight you'd have time to get adjusted, but it's one round. It's hard to do that, especially with a southpaw.
So Wyatt trying to draw him in. Nice little sharp left hand again by Whitner. Wyatt trying to draw him in and bait him, but he might have to change a couple of things. Maybe leave a little bit of head movement, maybe change levels a little bit, because right now Whitner has control of the range very well.
Wyatt needs to use some more feints and head movement and enter with the jab, because Whitner is just has too much ring savvy for that of Daquan Wyatt.
Yeah, his jab, his footwork, you know, he's just taking control of this round because of that.
And what I like about Whitner's footwork is it's not that he's running, you know, I mean, he's just steps just out of range, and then he's able to step just back in range. There's no sharp left hand there as Wyatt gets a little wild.
Well, that was the best offense that we've seen so far out of Daquan Wyatt, a right hand connecting.
But the left hand had also connected for Whitner, so sharp shots. Whitner continuing to stay sharp. Wyatt having a hard time landing clean as well. You know, even when he's landing, it's a lot harsher shots. Watch the headbutts there.
He needs to find
a minute left here.
He needs to find a way to land the right hand.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got to get a little closer if he's going to land that right hand, because Whitner has more control of the range. Nice double left. That was a nice entrance
by Whitner.
And look how he set that up. 2 flicking jabs, kind of blinded Wyatt, and then the straight left hand down the pipe. Because Whitner, when he does let that left hand go, it's like a laser.
Wyatt is befuddled from the southpaw of Keithian Whitner.
And the interesting thing, Whitner's never fought a pro fight. This is essentially, he's not made a debut yet. So his calmness here and it's cool and collected is really, really interesting to see.
I can't wait to see how that translates to an actual professional fight.
Well, it's evident that Keithian Whitner had an extensive amateur background, as Daquan Wyatt and Whitner fight. That'll end the 4th round. And again, we take a look at some of the action. The middleweights now in the books. 2 more rounds coming up, and here is some of the work rate of Keithian Whitner.
And as I think Whitner, see the feints, left hand. He's parrying with that lead hand. And a lot of times happens with a little lefty versus righty. But Whitner, again, that's keeping it real simple but sharp.
Yeah, he really showcased his boxing skill.
All right, next up from Las Vegas in the 175 light heavyweight division,
So,
Sam Arnold,
Paulie,
San Antonio
right
Sports,
now,
San Antonio Snipers, Corey Cad.
So we have Sam Arnold and Corey Cad through the first 4 rounds. Paulie, how do you have it?
I got a 39-37 San Antonio after a slow start where Florencia Belen took the first round for Vegas. I've got the net follow subsequent 3 rounds to San Antonio.
So
Sam
3-1 for San Antonio over Las Vegas.
Sam Arnold, he's a good prospect. I think he's with PBC. He has a good future ahead of him. Let's see what he does in this round.
Well, Vegas needs a spark, so let's see if they get it out of Sam Arnold.
Sam Arnold representing the Las Vegas Hustle, their head coach Dewey Cooper. The San Antonio Snipers, they are surging with Willie Hawes, their head coach. Johnny Callis, the referee in charge for this 5th round, the light heavyweights. 180 seconds is what you have to operate. You better make the most of every single moment.
Let those hands go, Flores, right? That's all they got to do.
Sam Arnold with a face tattoo. I mean, your father started that style. I never saw it before your father.
Sam Arnold is the other fighter. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of Corey Cad, who has the face tattoo.
Yeah, tatted everywhere.
Yeah, he certainly likes his ink indeed. We'll see if he can leave an impression, though, upon none other than Sam Arnold. Sam Arnold wearing you see the Las Vegas Hustle across the belt line.
He's got to let these hands go.
Oh, big right hand connected by Corey Cad. That was on the ear, might have affected the equilibrium of Sam Arnold.
Those are the punches that get you because your mind wants to do something, but your body just can't react.
Corey Cadd with the jab right in the midsection of Sam Arnold. Now Arnold retaliates.
A double right hand there by Arnold. Nice switch up.
After the 6th round, we will go to intermission.
Good hook by Arnold.
Arnold has almost a methodical style, but then when he lets his hands go, it's very, very quick.
Yeah.
Change of pace on the speed of the punches. Corey Cadd trying to make this a little bit rough, as he knows from that middle long range, he's probably at a disadvantage against a guy with the speed of Sam Arnold.
We are now at the midway point of this 5th round. A right hand that sprayed to Sam Arnold. Corey Cadd is crafty enough, and he's elusive. He has this reckless abandon that's working for him.
Arnold has better skills, so he has to roughhouse him and make it rough to, you know, get in the fight.
You're Arnold, you have to be able to utilize your jab and your technical ability. Corey Cadd, his roughhouse tactics, his unorthodox approach, giving him issues.
And that's the thing, when you get an awkward guy in front of you, it's you don't have a lot of time to adjust. You only have a round, so you just got to get to work. A lot of awkward clinching here in this matchup.
Look at that, you saw the frustration by Sam Arnold pushing Corey Cadd off of him. Under 40 seconds left.
This round could still be up for grabs. I've got Arnold slightly edging it, but you know, something big happens in these last 30 seconds. Somebody could still pull the round away.
Yeah, it's the type of fight, type of round. Like anything could happen in these next 20, 30 seconds. We'll win the round.
Well, who's going to land the bigger punch? Down the stretch we go, this 5th round. Our next round will then, after it, we will have an intermission. Can't wait to see these two in the second half. You can tell they don't like each other. Sam Arnold pushing off on Corey Cadd.
Yeah, it gets a little bit awkward in there.
Yeah, that's just letting him know, like, you can't play with me like that. It's a fight.
Well, you wanted to see some fire out of the guys, Paulie. Well, here you go. Earlier today, you wanted to see some fire, and who was going to show some of that passion. We saw that out of Sam Arnold.
We did, but this is probably a bit of an awkward round, a lot of awkward clinching, not a lot of clean punching. But I felt like Arnold landed better work, better shots when there was some work on the outside. We're getting some of the replays of the awkward clinches where absolutely nothing happened.
In the heavyweight division,
you know, from the outside, there was moments like that, a little combination from Sam Arnold. Really, things like small things like that really pulled the round in his favor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The big guys.
So now it's the heavyweights. Giovanni Scuderi representing the Las Vegas Hustle. He is a massive man. What does he stand? Like 6'6"?
Yeah,
Let's see if that translates to power, though.
Yeah, taking on Kenyon Walker of the San Antonio Snipers.
Yes, Scuderi is 6'7", but Kenyon Walker got in the ring and was barking. So, you know, maybe that means he means business.
Yeah. We shall see. Let's go.
Oh, they talking trash. Look at this. They both talking trash.
This.
Look at this. Ray, you're talking about guys not liking each other. These guys are starting out before they throw a punch not liking each other.
I'd be surprised if they touch gloves.
No, he didn't want to touch gloves.
No, it's all love.
He was made to by Johnny Callis, and they do.
You know what? But I'm about that. You can be friendly afterwards. I don't mind that.
This is the hurt business. This is not the let's make friends business.
Yeah, I don't
100%.
mind that from Kenyon Walker.
And also, you're representing your city, Las Vegas and San Antonio. After this round, we will go to a quick intermission. We're underway in the 6th round, the end of the first half.
You're right, Flores, because if you're representing your city, you're going to have a lot more pride. So that's probably where the trust comes from.
This place is lively here at Mohegan Sun. They love seeing the heavyweights.
See Scuderi trying to use that long-range jab and trying to control Walker from the outside. Walker's going to have to work his way inside.
And Scuderi almost telling Walker, hey, come on, be a man, fight me.
And Walker's got a pretty good defense, slipping and sliding, but he's got to work his way inside if he's going to get any work done.
If Scuderi has any semblance of a jab, he can make it an easy round for himself.
He needs to move his head because the other guy's longer, he's taller, so he has to move his head to get in. If he just stays on the outside, he's going to get with the jab all night.
They're tying up as Walker and Scuderi. Johnny Callis separates the two.
Scuderi just trying to keep it on the outside. From the inside, you can see initiating clinches. He's trying to make Walker work for his points. And right now, Walker coming up short against the taller Scuderi.
I'm surprised Scuderi isn't popping the jab with as much frequency as he can. He has a smaller man in front of him and one that is pretty heavy on that front foot.
I'll tell you, he started out the round jabbing, but now Scuderi doing a little bit more weighting. There's a jab out of him. But also Walker could be jabbing too. You can jab with the jabber. You know, they say don't hook with the hooker, but you can jab with the jabber. I'd like to see some jabs on the part of Walker as well. We've seen some, but not as many.
He jumped in with that jab, did Walker. But Scuderi answers back with the right hand. Big shot by Scuderi. Walker's hurt. Walker's in serious trouble as he gets thrown to the canvas.
And Scuderi smothered himself there. I tell you, if Scuderi would have been calm enough to maintain that distance, he could have brought in a finishing combination. But Walker is still hurt.
He's still hurt. If he goes attacks him right away, he can knock him out. But
Walker doesn't have his legs underneath him, and he comes back firing of his own. But Scuderi looking to unload a big right hand.
I tell you, Scuderi made the mistake of smothering himself when he had Walker against the ropes. That might have allowed Walker a chance to get himself out of this round.
Good body
clutching and the grabbing, making a difference, allowing Walker to survive the round.
That was a good body punch in the clinch. He's still a little dazed. I can look at him right now, but he has to wake up and throw punches. He has to wake up.
Scuderi walking through any punches that Walker's throwing at him, looking to land a picture-perfect right uppercut.
Walker needs to get off these ropes immediately.
I tell you, Scuderi again smothering himself.
Big shot there by Scuderi. A left hook followed by a right. Walker in trouble. A right hand, and that'll end the first half of Team Combat League. That was a massive round for Giovanni Scuderi of Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, we all know Vegas got that one.
I tell you, man, that's almost a 10-8 round without a knockdown, but I still just counted it 10-9 for Scuderi. But you see early in the round, Walker closed the gap, but he ended up smothering himself a little bit. That was sort of the story. Good right hand around the guard for Scuderi. That got Walker kind of buzzed. And then right there, Scuderi ended up smothering himself, and that allowed Walker to get the takedown, and from there he got himself just enough of a rest to survive the round.
Yeah.
But Scuderi wasn't done. He was trying to look for some bigger shots. His confidence was growing. Walker actually, you could see the confidence rub off of his face as he came in the ring barking and smiling. But by the end of the round, he was giving Scuderi his just due.
He's barking and doing all of that, but when it comes to doing that, you got to show it in the ring.
Yeah, you got to have some bite too, not just bark.
Yes,
Scuderi almost had him. Had he not thrown him down, Paulie, as you mentioned, he might have gotten the knockdown or the knockout.
Well, he got himself thrown down because he smothered himself, and then Walker was able to grab a hold of him, and then in Scuderi's effort to try to break free, you know, they both went down. But so Scuderi, for me, made the first mistake. He got too excited and smothered himself. If he would have maintained that middle to long range, he would have been able to wind up some big shots. But nonetheless, I still thought it was very close to being a 10-8 round despite no knockdown. I ended up giving it a 10-9 round to Scuderi, and I've got this thing all even at halftime.
So you have it even at the half.
Yeah, 57-57.
Las Vegas Snipers, or the Las Vegas Hustle, the San Antonio Snipers. Paulie Malignaggi had it dead even, or has it dead even, and now we're going to go to Cynthia Conti, who is standing by with someone as a member of the Las Vegas Hustle.
All right, Ravjan, what happened in there? There was a lot of clinching, a lot of headbutts. What happened? You're from Las Vegas. I heard behind me, San Antonio, that you were doing some dirty stuff.
No, I'm not. I tried to hit him, but it happened like that, you know. It's crazy. You have to win in just one round, you know. That's why I try to win, try to beat him up, but it happens sometimes. You know.
Did you feel his power?
No, just one round is not enough.
Well, what do you expect to do in the next round?
I try to knock him out. I'm saying. I just go to knock out. You know, one round it's not enough. You know, you have to spend all your energies in one round.
All right. Well, best of luck to you.
Well,
all right, Cynthia Conti having a conversation, and I like the answers. What do you think, Paulie?
I like the answer, but here's the thing. That's where Hudaisnarov goes wrong. Because he's trying so hard to knock out Whitaker, who's using his aggression against him, he's missing. Because Whitaker's a slick guy, so you've got to use some deception, some throwaway punches, maybe feint him out of position before throwing those big shots. I know it's imperative to get started because it's just a one-round battle, but you want to make sure you set up Whitaker.
Cynthia Conti standing by with the San Antonio Snipers' own Benjamin Whitaker.
All right, Benjamin Whitaker, we just spoke with your opponent. There was a little wrestling, a lot of headbutts, a lot of elbows. What was going on in the ring?
You asked him, I don't know why he was headbutting. He just kept headbutting. He couldn't get in, so that's just how you frustrated, you do that, that's all.
He did tell me, and the crowd heard it, that he plans to knock you out in the second round.
Only time I'm knocked out when I'm going to sleep at night, so it don't really matter.
I asked him if he felt your power. Did he have any at all?
His headbutts, yeah, I felt them.
What are you gonna do in the next round?
Talk is cheap. We'll see what goes on next round.
Best of luck to you, Benjamin Whitaker.
Benjamin Whitaker's a smooth talker, I must say.
I tell you what, smooth boxer too. I thought he won that first round, that matchup in the third round against Hudaisnarov. Hudaisnarov is going to have to be the guy who, for me, has to make the adjustments. For me, Whitaker boxed intelligently and picked him off the first go-around. But now, after that trash talk, I'm curious to see the second go-around because now I know they both have a dislike for each other.
He has to let the knockout happen. Everyone's so hurried for a knockout, but if you let the knockout happen, it's like hitting a home run. You hit a line drive, it expands to a home run. You just got to let it happen.
Exactly.
So Paulie Malignaggi has it dead even between Las Vegas and the San Antonio Snipers. Now, we were supposed to bring you a doubleheader. However, we are not seeing DC and Philadelphia compete. They will be moved to next week. We come your way next Thursday right here at Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. Paulie Malignaggi, earlier tonight, you had an opportunity to catch up with the head coach of DC, the esteemed trainer, Barry Hunter.
We are here with the head coach of the DC Destroyers, world-renowned Barry Hunter. How's it going, Barry?
It's good, Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So take us through what happened tonight. A little bit of a disappointing result as far as, you're not going to be able to fight tonight. What exactly happened? What were you told?
What I was told was that they had the medicals, and they got the medicals in late. And when they were sipping through the medicals, by the time they got through them or close through them, it was almost go time. You know what I mean? So our fight got postponed.
All right, a little bit disappointing. We know you guys trained hard. We were really looking forward to what your team was bringing to Team Combat League. And for anybody that knows the reputation of Barry Hunter, you would know what I'm talking about. We wanted to see what his team was bringing. Talk to us about how the preparation was, and maybe some guys that you're looking forward to, checking out, having us check out in the future, and what we should be expecting next week.
It was funny because, of course, when they brought the concept to me, it was different, you know what I mean? And a lot of times when you're stuck in your ways, it's hard to see different. But once I saw the audition, it really, really let me know that this could very well be the evolution of boxing, you know what I mean? And we have some young, exciting fighters, a lot of veterans, a lot of amateur stars, a lot of professional stars. So we're really looking forward to it, and I really wanted to showcase them tonight. So hopefully everything goes well next week, and you'll get a chance to see the DC destroy.
Why don't you let us know what do the fans from Team Combat League have to look forward to from the DC Destroyers?
Man, well, if you strip the name Destroyers off, there's a lot of headbanging up in there. So, you feel me? So anybody that know us and know our history and know our team, is always excitement when we step up into the ring. So we're looking forward to it, man. And I think the fans enjoy it for sure.
Looking forward to it, Coach.
Thank you, Paul.
Here with head coach Barry Hunter. And this is what we have to look forward to from the DC Destroyers.
We've got the champ in the house, unified super bantamweight world champion, Clarence Bones Adams. Now you're formerly Bones Adams.
It's finally Bones Adams for once.
Or Clarence?
Clarence is dead.
Don't say that. Don't say that. All right, Clarence, I know this is a really new take on how boxing is. I see you in the corner. I saw you coaching Scudetti of what he can do in the next round. How do you like this kind of energy? Very fast-paced, one round.
You know what? I love the energy. Dewey Cooper's the main coach. I just help out because Gio's my fighter usually back home. But I love this concept. I think it's fantastic, great for fight fans, and it's exciting. We just need to have, once we get a few more years going, I think, and have more fighters involved in it, it's going to be better.
I know a lot of fighters say that they want to keep going because that 3 minutes goes by really fast, but they have no time to clinch. They have no time to sit there and really they have to do the most they can.
That's the beautiful part that I like about it. Hey, there's no going back. You got 3 minutes to do what you got to do. If you can't do it, then forget it. You're done.
How do you think Las Vegas is doing so far?
I think they're doing fantastic.
How do you think San Antonio is doing so far?
Okay.
Okay. Do you expect some knockouts tonight?
We almost had one with Gio. If he would just settle down a little bit, he would have had it. I do expect knockouts, though.
All right, well, Clarence, I can't wait to... do you think you might be doing one of your own teams, maybe?
I'm not sure. Maybe in the future and stuff like that, but this is exciting. I love this. I really love the concept.
All right, Clarence said it. Bones approved. Thanks, guys.
I'm Dewey Cooper, head coach of the Las Vegas Hustle boxing team. With the city being so competitive, being the fight capital of the world, you can go to many gyms out here in Vegas and see the highest level guys training and fighting.
I've been in there with the best. I took Mayweather 12 rounds. Skills pay the bills at the end of the day.
I come out here with a backpack and a big heart. This for me is a huge opportunity.
If you want to be an actor or something, you go to Hollywood. If you want to be a fighter, you come to Las Vegas.
My dad is actually coach for the Enforcers in Dallas, but we ready to Dallas up.
11 years incarcerated. I came out, this is what I had to tell my story, so I'm a fight.
It's just boxing. We just got a little heated, and I had to show that I'm an alpha in the group.
We plan on out-hustling everybody. We're planning on keeping Las Vegas the #1 fight capital in the world. We win, and that's it.
I'm Willie Hall, head coach of the San Antonio Snipers boxing team. This is a dog-eat-dog city. At the end of the day, it'll all come out in the ring.
My tattoo is say, fight like a girl, and I want to show that. I'm going to prove that.
So I'm ready to travel the world, put everybody on, be nice. My dad, I'm coming. Be nice is coming.
You come in and you f***ing throw. No feel-out process. This chingazos y chingazos.
I don't play mind games. I'm very comfortable and confident in who I am. I just bring the pressure. I bring the heat, baby.
I got shot 7 times with an AK-47. I had 8 surgeries. The doctors told me that I wouldn't walk again, but I'm standing right here in front of you.
I went to prison when I was 18. I just try to give back, go to schools, and just give back to the community because, I did enough tearing down.
This is going to be a great opportunity. I think we have the character to go out and win fights. Let's make it happen.
There's nothing more exciting than what the Team Combat League brings to the table.
1-round bouts, 8 teams across the U.S. The idea of this is so unique and so new.
It forces the fighters to skip the feel-out process and get right to the action.
I feel like the U.S. got a real good shot here, especially if I'm on the team.
Nobody can beat my mind, so nobody can beat me.
With the modeling is the modeling. When it comes to boxing, I handle my business.
1 round, and guys giving their all.
This is going to be the future of boxing.
I'm very excited to watch this format, this tournament,
All right,
this
we're
league.
gonna start right back
1
now
round,
for the second
all what
half
you got.
of Las Vegas Hustle versus San Antonio Snipers. Come on.
I got a 3-year-old kid. I'm just ready to change my family's life. What's that?
Current super bantamweight ABF champion of the world.
I was born the champ in the crib. Let's go.
There's no way anybody can compete with us.
LA Terminators will come to whoop some ass.
Las Vegas Hustle, let's go!
The opportunity that a lot of these fighters will be having is a 6-figure pay, health insurance. There's endless stuff to it.
I've been in and out of jail. I ain't gonna cap to you. I've been shot 10 times.
Came down here with nothing.
All right, so we are back with the second half of the Las Vegas Hustle and the San Antonio Snipers. Paulie, you have it deadlocked as we begin the second half.
Not only do I have it deadlocked, but I can't wait for the second half to go. I mean, I'm excited after that first half, evenly matched. Some good matchups that we're going to see now with the second go-around. We're going to see if there's any adjustments made. And this is all to fight for, man.
And you know what? The reason why we're here is that man, Ahmed Sheikh, the Team Combat League CEO. What a great job he has been doing And looking forward to many more. 12 more weeks of Team Combat League. Look at the action go.
They're letting their hands go because they know it's the second half. They have that feeling it's deadlock, so they have to do everything they have to do to win.
Florencia Belen representing Las Vegas, hammering away upon San Antonio's Jasmine Adams.
And we saw in the first go-around, now Jasmine Adams was trying to box, but Belen, for me, got inside enough to win the round. But now Belen is trying not to give her any space at all to even attempt to box, although now the pressure has finally slowed down. Good start to the round by Belen.
So in case of a knockdown or a stoppage, a team is awarded 6 points, and if this is in the first half, you cannot continue to compete.
I love how she was throwing body punches right away in the corner. Letting them hands go, like she's doing now. Body to head.
We are now into the second half. Round 7, this one is scheduled for 12.
She's going right to the body.
And some shots here, some extracurriculars. You see Florencia Belen of Las Vegas being aggressive. She had success against Jasmine Adams, and it is exactly the same as we saw in the first half. But Adams unloaded a right.
They really have to let their hands go because it's the second half and it's close. They got to do what they have to do.
Well, Paulie, you have it dead even, and right now Adams is picking up some points, but she hasn't landed anything significant.
Yeah, remember Adams there goes against the ropes. She should have used that opportunity to throw the shots to get off the ropes as Belen continues to pressure. Good right hand there by Adams, though.
Belen, and that'll end the 7th round. Only 2 minutes for the women. I hope that changes.
I'll tell you what, though, Adams had a good end to that round. That makes that round close.
I think it's San Antonio. I think San Antonio won that. What do you think, Paulie?
I'm probably going to edge it to
Belen?
To Adams. I think based on the way she closed that round, that's a close round, man. I looked like it was going to go to Belen, but after the way that round ended.
All right, from Las Vegas again, Sanjarbek Rachmanov versus Richard Howell, Snipers.
Okay, so now we go back to the welterweights. Sanjarbek Rachmanov and Richard Howell. Howell gained success utilizing his height and his reach against the ultra-aggressive, the Uzbek representing Las Vegas, Sanjarbek Rachmanov.
In the first round, I thought Rachmanov really put some good pressure, but it was Howell finding the spaces to get those shots off. Rachmanov, I think this is one of those matchups where I think in like a longer fight, Rachmanov would have the advantage. But in a one-round shootout, a guy like Howell with his crafty movement and sharp shooting had the advantage in their first go-round. So I'm curious to see if Rachmanov can make some adjustments here. Because, again, it's a bit of a different game plan when you only have one round to get it done.
What I love about Team Combat League is that the first half, if you didn't feel like you did well, you have another half to prove yourself.
Either you can extend your lead or you can cut your deficit in and make it a closer matchup. Rachmanov looking to start strong off the jab. Big right hand over the top, crushing right hand.
And Ray, that's a great point. Well, right away, Rachmanov, the big difference is he comes out using his jab. People think just because you're a pressure
fighter, down goes Howell. That's big. A knockdown, the first knockdown of the match.
Let's see if he can finish it, though, Flores. We'll see what he can do.
And look at the difference, all that because he was backing Howell up with the jab. The jab set all that up. Maybe the right hand caused a knockdown, but he put Howell into a deficit because of the jab. Howell couldn't set him up, and then off that jab, he was able to land these big shots.
Sanjarbek Rachmanov with a 10-8 round that could be significant in the overall score as he's hammered away upon Richard Howell. And Howell has quite a bit of time, over 2 minutes, to try to survive.
Yes, take advantage
round
of that.
For Las Vegas.
He has to take advantage of that knockdown, but he has
a couple big right hands by Rachmanov.
As a thing for Rachmanov, in the first round, he saw Howell. He was trying just to land the big shots. Now he's setting them up, using his jab, and then getting in range with the use of that jab, and after that, throwing the big shots.
He needs to throw
beautiful right hook to the body by Rachmanov. Rachmanov, a left hook to the body. Rachmanov busting up Richard Howell.
He needs to throw body shots to slow him down and then go to the head from there so he stays stationary.
And the adjustment Howell needs to make, if Rachmanov's going to get this close, you got to start catching and shooting. Rachmanov gives you an opportunity by loading up big shots. You can catch on the elbow and shoot back with your own left hook to the head or the uppercut to the head, but it's got to be synchronized with the contact. Right now, Howell taking those shots and just staying defensive. There's a rolling counter there.
Overhand right, a check left hook. Howell understanding he's got to fight fire with fire. Rachmanov thinking possible stoppage here, which would be major when it comes to the points in the overall matchup between Las Vegas and San Antonio. Coming up on a minute to go in what has been a massive round for Sanjarbek Rachmanov.
See, Howell's got to fire back with his own jab. He can't allow Rachmanov to get this close for free. Howell's not using his jab, getting into on a back foot, too defensive. And now there's some shots. That's what you need to see. Howell's got to get off first. He's allowing Rachmanov to dictate, and it's hurt him in this round.
Yeah, he needs to throw his jab more, utilize his reach.
Yeah, it's interesting because Rachmanov has made better use of his jab this round, although now he's not as he's trying to work his way in, and it's given Howell the chance to throw that combination. Rachmanov doesn't use his jab, it gives Howell the chance to fire. When Rachmanov uses his jab to put Howell out of position, Howell goes into defensive position, and Rachmanov's able to fire off powerful shots.
Rachmanov is so dangerous when everything comes off the jab because he has a variety of punches to the body and upstairs, but Howell looking to search, and now he might have Rachmanov.
Punches him,
looking out, oh, there he goes! A jack left hook, 2 knockdowns for Rachmanov.
We know who won that round.
Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. That's what I wanted to see from Howell. We ended up seeing it from Rachmanov. Catch and shoot.
Howell was getting reckless.
2 major knockdowns for Sanjarbek Rachmanov. That making it a 10-7 round and a huge point swing in favor of the Las Vegas Hustle.
That's a good confidence booster for Vegas, too. Just in case they weren't confident, they got their man getting him down with 2 knockdowns. So we'll see what that kind of energy they can get from that.
We see the action from the round there. You see Rachmanov first using that lead left hand to try to create that gap and distance so Howell can't smother him, and then the overhand right on top. It was very good use, very good adjustment from the first go-round. These two guys saw each other. And then at the end, Howell having a good moment.
Beautiful
Rachmanov
counter.
catching and shooting. Perfect counter, catch and shoot. It was actually what I had asked to see of Howell. We ended up seeing it from Rachmanov.
Picture perfect counter punch.
All right, again, Las Vegas Hustle, Ravshan Hudaynosarov versus Benjamin Whitaker from the San Antonio Snipers.
So a massive point swing in favor of Las Vegas with those 2 knockdowns. Paulie, you now have Las Vegas on top, correct?
Yeah, I gave the first round of the second half to San Antonio with Jasmine Adams, but now that 3-point win on the past round by Rachmanov really gives Vegas an advantage. Now, we saw Rachmanov make a good adjustment on Howell from the first go-round. Let's see if Hudaynosarov is able to make the adjustment on Whitaker, because Whitaker had him baffled in the first go-round.
Let's see if they can back up their talk in the interviews, because in the interviews they had some type of resentment. Let's see what happens this time.
Yeah, they were feeling some type of way, Amir.
Benjamin Whitaker saying, I'm going to allow my talking to be done inside the ring. But look at, starting out strong is Hudaynosarov. Hudaynosarov swarming Benjamin Whitaker.
Letting those hands go, literally.
Now front chancery almost as Whitaker goes barreling into Razvan. Arthur Mercanti Jr. warning both about leading with the head. Counter right hand by Benjamin Whitaker of San Antonio.
Good counter when he's coming in.
Whitaker's going to have to be aggressive with the timing because Hudaynosarov wants to get inside. He wants to force his way inside where he can get that work. And he's also using his jab now. Adjustments made by the 2 Uzbek fighters in the second half.
Well, it's clear Dewey Cooper told his soldiers that he wants them to enter with the jab and go back to fundamentals to set up the power punches.
If Howell keeps on being a smooth counter puncher when he's coming in, he should win this round, but the other guy's attacking him to the body.
And look at Hudaynosarov swarming Benjamin Whitaker, and Arthur Mercanti admonishing Benjamin Whitaker.
Hudaynosarov is winning this round right now because he wants it more. Whitaker has to show some desire here. He was able to win the nice right hand. was able to win the first round being crafty, but Hudasnarov is trying to outwill him. Although good adjustment here by Whitaker. Good combinations there.
Couple of right hands by Benjamin Whitaker. Hudasnarov looking to swarm. And now Whitaker telling Arthur Mercati, hey, he's leading with the head. Big right hand by Hudasnarov, but answered back is Benjamin Whitaker.
Guys are trading right hands like Rocky IV.
They were both hammered away upon each other as we near the final minute of this 9th round. Talk about toe-to-toe Thursdays.
Ooh, he's hurt.
Whitaker goes down. Is it?
It's a slip.
No, he rolled in a slip.
Hudasnarov is starting to break him a little bit. Whitaker going to have to show something in the final minute.
I waited until Arthur Mercati made the call, but Hudasnarov is entering in with this reckless abandon to try to score points for his team, the Las Vegas Hustle.
As a fighter, you never know what the judges' scorecards is, so you just have to throw as many punches as possible so you can leave no doubt.
Hudasnarov, Amir is out hustling Benjamin Whitaker of the San Antonio Snipers.
Yeah,
smart feint there by Hudasnarov to put Whitaker out of position and then attack.
Dewey Cooper lit a fire underneath the tuchus of his Las Vegas Hustle because they're starting off strong in the second half. Whitaker exhausted as Hudasnarov and him wrestled to the end of the 9th.
They're still arguing. They're still arguing even after.
Yeah, too many headbutts from him. He wasn't liking that.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's also a little bit of a clash of styles there. Hudasnarov was trying to make the fight. It seemed like this time Whitaker wanted to win on craftiness, but when he had to bite down, it was Hudasnarov who was biting down more and trying to force that action.
All right, so now we enter, and here's Cynthia Conti.
All right, from Las Vegas, in the middleweight division, Daquan Wyatt versus Keithion Whitner from San Antonio Snipers.
Okay, so Daquan Wyatt, middleweights, yet again taking on a Keithion Whitner of the San Antonio Snipers. Paulie, on your scorecard, how do you have it?
I've got it 84 to... I've got it 3 points for... I've got to just do the math, but I got it 3 points for Vegas.
For Vegas, okay. So now what that would mean is that San Antonio needs these final 3 rounds to elicit a draw or a tie. So that is what you are telling our audience, is that it is imperative for San Antonio to win these next 3 rounds. San Antonio represented in this matchup by a Keithion Whitner. For Vegas, Daquan Wyatt. Wyatt is a calculated southpaw.
I've got it 86-83. I just did the math.
86-83, okay.
86-83 for Vegas.
Yeah, Whitner, knowing that his team's behind, he needs to just do whatever he can in the second half.
And Whitner did a good job the first go-around against Wyatt. His team is going to need more of that.
Beg your pardon, Wyatt is the conventional fighter for the Las Vegas Hustle.
Wyatt needs to keep on throwing that jab.
There's a nice counter left by Whitner, and a little bit of a bolo punch action by Whitner.
I like Whitner. He's very controlled, methodical, and makes his shots count. And then they're more eye-catching as well. The eye-catching shots which really get the judge's attention. So Wyatt's going to have to try to work his way in there and land some eye-catching shots himself. He's going to have to close range a little bit.
Well, these are very big rounds for the San Antonio Snipers. As you see that a Keithion Whitner needs to utilize his technical ability.
And
he surges in with a left.
Whitner needs to hit him with the left hand when Wyatt comes in. He'll catch him clean on one occasion or two.
When Wyatt throws, Whitner is able to get his guard up and block the shots. That was a slip, so says Arthur Mercanti. Las Vegas has really come to fight, especially in the second half.
It's who wants it more, right, Paulie?
Yeah. Right now, Wyatt giving a lot of effort this round. He's making it close because, Whitner landed the good left hand. He has the advantage. But I'll tell you what, Wyatt is the one trying to create the fight, trying to make the fight here. And they're still up for grabs here in the last minute. Although good left hand.
There's a left that backed up Wyatt. Whitner hammered upon Daquan Wyatt. This is a must-win round if you're San Antonio.
That's the thing. I mean, Whitner, he's not as active, but his shots are so eye-catching that makes you want to give him the round because he doesn't get caught with anything too clean. Wyatt making the action, he's trying to force it, but he's not able to land as clean as Whitner is able to land a little check hook there.
Beautiful right hook by Keithian Whitner. Whitner's landing the more flush shots, the eye-catching shots. There's a left staggering. Wyatt's hurt. As he goes to the perimeter of the ring, Wyatt is stumbling and bumbling.
Whitner can't be too reckless, but he got him hurt.
Boy, you would think a knockdown would be significant to try to get San Antonio back in it. That'll end the 10th round. To the championship rounds we go, as San Antonio has narrowed the deficit, Paulie. I believe from your standpoint, you have them trailing now by 2 points.
Yeah, we got them down by 2 points here.
Here's some of the look of the action.
Yeah, it's a sharp left hand there by Whitner.
Keithian Whitner.
That was the start. That's when he started throwing those punches and he got hurt from that.
From Las Vegas Hustle in the light heavyweight division, Sam Arnold versus Corey Cad from San Antonio Snipers.
Guys, this is the matchup in the second half I've been looking forward to the most. Because these two guys, Sam Arnold and Corey Cad, they don't like each other. They're not going to be friends after this. They were pushing and shoving even after the bell in the first half.
Yeah, you could tell they had a distaste for each other. They weren't really, their energies didn't match, and it shows in the ring. The ring doesn't lie.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was a little awkward. They couldn't really, the styles didn't really mesh well in the first go-around. Let's see if we got any adjustments here, as it was close. I gave it to Arnold there first go-around.
So Corey Cad would, San Antonio, at least to your scorecard, Paulie, they need these next 2 rounds. They need Corey Cad and Kenyon Walker to win the rounds, and win the rounds in impressive fashion to be able to elicit a draw.
Yeah.
And also, we want to let the audience know every single judge's scorecard is tabulated. So at the end of the 12 rounds, we will tabulate every single scorecard from every single round, and that'll determine the winner, who will join New York and Atlanta as being undefeated.
Yeah, Sam has to throw those jabs, and everything come off that jab.
Sam Arnold, the taller of the two. See the hustle on his belt line, a right hand to the body by Sam Arnold.
Corey has good feints, would you say, Paulie?
Yeah, he's feints in a little bit of an awkward fashion, trying to throw Arnold off. Arnold is a bit more smooth.
You can tell that Arnold comes from a technical boxing and a strong amateur background. He holds his ground, everything off the jab, very composed under pressure.
Attempt to counter right hand, just missed a sharp counter by Arnold.
Their heads kind of clashed in that one.
Just over the midway point of the 11th round. Just starting off week 1 of Team Combat League, the first of 12 weeks.
Good shot by
the top 4 teams of the 8 will advance to the playoffs. And then we will crown a champion in the month of July. 12 weeks of outstanding action coming your way every single week from now until the middle of June.
They have 1 minute left. Let's see what they do. Ooh, good body shot.
Good right hand there by Sam Arnold. And Paul, you would think that if Arnold's able to win this round, that would solidify the win for Las Vegas.
Yeah, unless the big man Walker can get a round back from Scuderi, but the way he lucked out in the first go-round with Scuderi doesn't look good.
Yeah, I see a repeat of that, but we shall see.
What I love about Team Combat League is that a fighter is only competing at the max 2 rounds. They compete 1 in the first half and 1 in the second half, and the action intensifying. Arthur Mercanti is a disciplinarian, make no mistake about it.
And I like Arnold changing levels, different feints, picking his shots. Cad is trying. He's giving you the effort, a little bit of awkwardness, and again, the clinches get a little bit awkward, but you can tell Arnold is a smoother boxer, and I like the shot selection when he gets off his punches from that middle range.
Arthur's a no-nonsense ref, so he's not playing this.
Absolutely. And that'll end the 11th round. 1 more round to go. Giovanni Scuderi, Kenyon Walker. representing Las Vegas and San Antonio, the heavyweights. But Paulie, from my standpoint, I think that might have solidified the win for Las Vegas.
And we see some highlights in that round, and for me, Arnold carried it. Yeah, well, again, it was awkward a little bit. A little hook there from Cat on the break, which McCanty didn't like, but ultimately, I think Arnold landed the better shots. And, I mean, now we're in a situation where San Antonio needs a big round from the guy who probably had their worst round in the first half.
All right, guys, this is the final fight of the evening. Las Vegas Hustle, the heavyweights Giovanni Scuderi, and from San Antonio Snipers, Kenyon Walker. Give it up, guys.
The 12th and final round. Well, Giovanni Scuderi almost had a massive round. Dare I say could have stopped Kenyon Walker. We'll see if he will try to do that here in this 12th and final round.
I love when they go to war with each other. You see they were more humble in the face-off.
That's what I'm saying. There was so much trash talk the first go-around. Kenyon Walker had his eyes closed.
Right.
He needs a big round, though. Let's see. San Antonio needs a big round.
But Giovanni Scuderi had a scowl and was just staring darts into the eyes of Kenyon Walker, reminding me of some of my mom's stares when I got in trouble as a kid, guys.
And Walker didn't want to look at it. Just close his eyes.
Feeling each other out, throwing jabs. Gotta let their other hands go. Right hand, left hook.
Giovanni Scuderi very relaxed as he's trying to set traps for Kenyon Walker. He's having fun in there now.
Yeah, he's got control of range well. Walker's got to try to feint his way in, move his head a little bit. He's got to get in close. At this range, he's at the mercy of the jab of Scuderi, who's got a good jab himself. And then, you know, he's going to allow Scuderi to also load those big shots, because from middle range, Scuderi has the distance to get power on those shots.
I got to commend Dewey Cooper, the head coach to the Las Vegas Hustle. You had a deadlock at the end of the first half, Paulie, and Las Vegas has performed exemplary here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, they took the momentum from the end of the first half, because I also had it tied at halftime, but I also had Vegas winning the final 2 rounds of the first half. So they took the momentum and they carried it into the second half.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, this was a confidence booster for Vegas when he dominated the first half.
And both guys switching southpaw here. That's interesting.
At the same time. There's a left, but Walker popping Scuderi with the right. He says, enough of this. I'll go back to conventional.
Yes, Walker trying to stay southpaw now.
Still
he's trying to do anything to steal the round.
It's a toss-up round.
Yeah, he's doing anything to steal the round. It's southpaw, or he's just switching. He's trying to whatever.
Walker being a little trickier this round. Still up for grabs. Scuderi trying to win it here.
I think Walker obviously tasted the power of Scuderi and said, I cannot go and throw caution to win, which is why he's given an awkward look. But here's Scuderi to push the pace towards the end of the 12th and final round.
A wise man I know said everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
I know that guy.
Yeah, Iron Mike Tyson. A left hook by Scuderi to punctuate the end of the 12th and final round.
Walker is trying to survive the end of the round. He had the opportunity to win this round, but he let Scuderi want it more than him. And for me, Scuderi is going to probably walk out with this round.
Yeah, Paulie, I think this fight at the end of this...
big right hand! Walker's hurt! Walker got hit with an echoey right hand by Scuderi.
This seals it for Vegas. I think Vegas comes out victorious tonight, Ray.
A huge right hand by Scuderi, and Las Vegas likely going to coast to a win to join both New York and Atlanta. Scuderi looking to push the pace.
Ooh, good punch.
This is a long round, guys.
Where's the timekeeper?
There we go. That's the end of the 12th and final round.
The timekeeper's going here at Mohegan Sun.
I felt like it was about 3:35.
Yeah, we had a couple of last night, too. We got to get these
like
timekeepers waking up. We need to get them some espresso. Because even last night, we had a couple of situations like that with the timekeeper.
Well, that is the end of this matchup between the Las Vegas Hustle, coached by Dewey Cooper, and the San Antonio Snipers, coached by Willie Hall. What action that we witnessed out of both teams, but the Las Vegas Hustle, they hustled their way, especially in the second half of the fight. These are some of the action from yesterday that we saw between New York and Los Angeles.
Scuderi, I think he's the MVP of the night. The first half, he got their confidence boosting up, and then he sealed the deal with this second half. So for him, I feel like he's the fighter of the night.
I like that. I also like the adjustment Rachmanov made from the first half to the second half. Had a big second half with 2 knockdowns of Richard Howell. Vegas, credit to Dewey Cooper for the adjustments on the part of the Vegas side. They had a big second half, and for me, it pulled them ahead as we wait for the official decision.
Paulie, what's the final tally for you and your scorecard?
I got it 115-111 for the Vegas hustle. The Vegas hustle. Yeah.
I'd have to agree with you, Paulie. I think Vegas, they take the W tonight. They're coming out with being victorious.
Yeah, I got a 7-5 in rounds overall, but 4 points difference on my scorecard because of the 3-point round that Rachmanov was able to get for the Vegas side, the Vegas hustle in the second half. It really gave him a big spark.
Yes, the Las Vegas hustle, I think, absolutely went ahead and out-hustled the San Antonio Snipers, and we are awaiting them to tabulate the scores. Also, we're going to be talking with the head coaches of the Las Vegas hustle, Dewey Cooper, and also Willie Hall of the San Antonio Snipers, as Cynthia Conti is working on trying to grab some of the athletes that are going ahead, and that Sanjarbek Rachmanov is standing by with Cynthia Conti. We're going to go to her in a few moments. Sanjarbek Rachmanov, to me, was the MVP of the night. She's standing by. Or no, he walks away. I think he went ahead and tried to grab some water of sorts, but hey.
You got to hydrate. You got to hydrate,
Sanjarbek Rachmanov.
It could also be that he needs a translator because...
Oh, there he goes. Yes. You know what? He does speak English, though. I said hello to him earlier today.
Hello in a conversation is a big difference, though, right?
Good point, Paulie.
Yeah.
Well, the Las Vegas hustle, believing that victory is within their grasp over the San Antonio Snipers, as now we will send it to Cynthia Conti, who is with the 2 knockdown man himself, Sanjarbek Rachmanov, the welterweight. Okay, so once again, we'll send it to Cynthia Conti, who's standing by with Sanjarbek Rachmanov.
Sanjarbek, you got the knockout of the night for the Las Vegas hustle. How do you feel?
I'm so excited. Look at this crazy atmosphere. So I am sure. Guys, please don't miss my all fights. So next show is gonna be amazing, and don't miss our Las Vegas hustle team fights.
You fought Howell. He threw, I think, probably a 10-12 punch combination, and then you came in there and laid him with the body shot. Did you see? Did you feel his power? Did you think he was going for the knockout with you?
Yeah, sure. That's exactly my style. So I have a lot of things to show you guys. Of course, for the next fights, for the next shows. Yeah, Las Vegas hustles. We're gonna show you guys who's the best in this competition.
Who do you think is going to be the last 2? Las Vegas and?
We'll see. I can answer for these questions after a couple shows. Yeah. Just don't miss our fights, guys, please.
Well, congratulations to you, and then hopefully we'll find out who wins tonight. All right, guys.
All right, thank you very much to Cynthia Conti. At this time, I want to bring in both coaches, as Dewey Cooper for Las Vegas and Willie Hall of San Antonio, to make their way in the ring. And also we can have Johnny Callis inside the ring, as we're going to let the audience and the fans around the world know who is going to improve their record to 1-0, joining the teams of New York and Atlanta as being undefeated in Team Combat League. We are in week 1 of Team Combat League. Next Thursday, week 2 resumes here at Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. As we bring in the coaches of the San Antonio Snipers, here is Willie Hall, and also the head coach of the Las Vegas Hustle, 0-1 Dewey Cooper. Ladies and gentlemen, after the 12 rounds have been completed, we go to the scores as to who is victorious. The final score total of tonight's matchup between the Las Vegas Hustle and the San Antonio Snipers. Las Vegas 347, San Antonio 331. As Las Vegas victorious, they improve to 1-0 here at Team Combat League. A round of applause to the Las Vegas Hustle, led by Dewey Cooper and their entire team. And also a round of applause to Willie Hall and the San Antonio Snipers. Las Vegas is now 1-0 as San Antonio will fall to 0-1.
Coach Hall, unfortunately, you did not get the victory tonight. You lost by 6 points. But what I loved was one of your fighters come and said, no excuses.
That's exactly right. We had the same opportunity they did, and we'll come back stronger next time.
Did you see things that your fighters needed to do? Did they listen to you in the corner?
Absolutely, but they don't always listen. Some of them want to do their own thing. They think they got it. But that's the only way you can get better is to learn from your lessons.
Did Las Vegas impress you tonight?
I was impressed by everybody that fought tonight. You know, guys are fighting to win, and that's what it's all about.
Well, best of luck to you next week in the next tournament, and it's just another night of fights. All right, Coach Hall, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Cynthia Conti. So the Las Vegas Hustle improved to 1-0. You heard that. Willie Hall obviously disappointed that his team, the San Antonio Snipers, they fall to 0-1. And what a night, what a week one for Team Combat League as the top of the division. You take a look at New York, Atlanta, and Las Vegas are now undefeated at 1-0. We're just starting Team Combat League. The first of 12 weeks, 8 teams from around the country will battle, vying for 4 playoff spots. During the month of June, we will have a playoff system, 2 semifinal matchups, and then crown the Team Combat League champion in July. 6 weight classes being represented: women's featherweight, men's welterweight, men's middleweight, men's light heavyweight, and men's heavyweight. Oh, what action that we saw here tonight. But to me, the MVP, Sanjarbek Rachmanov, with 2 knockdowns over Richard Hall in the second half. As you saw, Dewey Cooper leading the Las Vegas Hustle to a win over the San Antonio Snipers, led by Willie Hall. On behalf of Amir Tyson, Cynthia Conti, and Paulie Malinashi, I'm Ray Flores saying so long. We'll talk to you in week 2. Good night from Uncasville, Connecticut. Team Combat League, week 1 in the books.